This doesn't look great at all. Ladies and gents, in this video we are going to cover Kaspa short term, and of course we are going to have a look at overall market, and most importantly we are going to ask ourselves a question of why, and the question, did I sold any of my positions? Guys, of course not. Okay, does it hurt? Yes, it does. Looking at overall market, things are really painful short term, but I do think that this is just a short term hiccup. Okay guys, let's actually start with Kaspa's dashboard. Okay, so if it comes to Kaspa in terms of market cap evaluation, we are sitting at a little bit over 1 billion. Ranking is at 42 and volume is at 94, which is nothing new for Kaspa holders. And funny enough, guys, is that Kaspa actually is holding price quite well. Yes, we have 9% of a dip, okay, but other coins are actually seeing more downside. Okay, so this is definitely good for Kaspa community, I believe, to hear, because altcoin, for instance, got 25% of a downside. Okay, but anyways, guys, before we are going to continue, remember that this video is not financial advice, and of course subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit the like if you think that I deserve it. My name is Luke, and let's get the party started, ladies and gents. So first of all, why the market is dumping? Okay, Ash Crypto actually posted this, and big shout out to him because he's basically explaining everything in a nutshell. Let me read it through, so please don't skip, because obviously we have to understand the overall picture. So why are Bitcoin and crypto dumping? In the past few hours, BTC is down over 5%, while large caps are down 8 to 10%. This has nothing to do with the crypto market and everything to do with the US stock market. The US stock market is dumping today, and it's just because of the one app named DeepSeek or whatever. DeepSeek is a Chinese AI startup that competes with ChatGPT. As per some estimates, it cost 10 million to develop, which is way less than ChatGPT. Not only that, today it overtook ChatGPT to become the #1 free app on the Apple App Store. As of now, ChatGPT is valued at $157 billion, while DeepSeek is valued at merely 0.2% of that. This has caused a major concern among large US investors, as they are thinking that the US stock might be too overvalued now, and they are selling it since the market has opened. I personally think, well, he personally thinks that there is no need to panic sell your crypto, and there's always some FUD to scare the market. Huddle tight and just wait. That's what Ash Crypto is saying. So guys, my personal thoughts. Do you remember when I was mentioning on that BTC's chart what can F things up before we are going to see the major rally, okay, for BTC? I mean, the continuation, and of course actual altcoin season, damn altcoin season that we're all waiting for. So now guys, do you remember when C19 happened? There was basically the similar cascading effect towards the downside for BTC, and after that we saw well, the pump, right? Of course, guys, remember that this is not financial advice. Market can go into like much lower prices, I mean the crypto market, but well, I'm telling you what I'm thinking, and I'm telling you what I'm doing, or actually not doing. I'm not selling my crypto. Of course, my positions are spot. If it's leverage, obviously I don't trade with leverage, at least at the moment, and obviously it's a different story if you hold any leverage positions. Now guys, moving on, right? Mr. CZ from Binance is saying that you should stick with fundamentals. I mean, just in general, stick with fundamentals. Time will be on your side. A hot market may have many opportunities or quick returns, but it is best to stick with fundamentals. And funny enough, that was actually posted on the 26th of January, and funny enough, he was hinting about Kaspa's listing not long ago, and how big of a trilemma solver Kaspa actually is, and you know, all of these hints, and now he's talking about fundamentals. Well, besides Kaspa, guys, I do advise that you should hold other projects. Okay, one of you actually posted that you are all in Kaspa, and congrats. Of course, you might be right, guys, right? But again, you know, it's kind of advisable to, you know, hold all of your eggs in different baskets in order to kind of capitulate. I don't obviously want to educate you on that. I'm pretty sure that you know. But guys, you know, looking at this, right, CZ is obviously kind of a knowledgeable person in crypto, let's say, and he probably knows something that we don't, and probably is the fact that altcoin season still haven't happened yet. And of course, guys, I believe, at least, you know, based on all of these informations, that we are going to see greenery sooner rather than later. But anyways, Sensei is pointing this out. He says that the FTX refund will start in less than 2 weeks, and this is 16 billion cash. And of course, not all of this is going to come back to crypto. okay, don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure that crypto degens that lost money, right, we're gonna reinvest, okay. So another money flow basically. And also guys, from the standpoint of everything that's going on, Ash Crypto is pointing this out, right? Zero capital gains tax on US based crypto. By the way guys, you're going to see Kaspa's chart, okay, just pay attention please, and don't skip. So number 2, Russia-Ukraine war ending soon. ETH still down 35% from its 2021 high. BlackRock CEO calling for 500 to 700k BTC. Damn, that's wild. Trump planning to make the US as the leader of crypto. US and China money too, supply is going up. And number 7, global rate cuts and liquidity expansion. Number 8, altcoin season like 2017 and 2021. Number 9, crypto sentiment at FTX crash levels. And Elon exploring blockchain for government efficiency, and he says that he doesn't understand how people are calling for the cycle top. Well, obviously people are people, right? It depends guys, right? If you are checking the charts every single day, I'm pretty sure that you have similar opinion as I do, right? Because it doesn't make sense from the standpoint of technicals that we are going to go into the downside, which is a bear cycle, right? And what do I mean? I mean by looking at this chart, for example, right? So big shout out to Mr. Max. Bitcoin, everything is going exactly as planned, he is saying, right? So if we are going to look at the previous February, well, we had, let's say, end of January and then beginning of February, whatever, we had such situation ongoing into March. So potentially BTC can actually see another leg towards the upside, okay, 160, and then altcoins are going to follow, right? And we are going to experience our altcoin season in the next, let's say, month or two. Of course guys, I know how it sounds, okay? Basically opinions that I'm giving you are based on the data that I see, okay? So it's not flip-flopping or anything like that, okay? So looking at February right now, it is very likely that well, we could actually see some upside for BTC and altcoins, and hopefully our beloved Kaspa and other positions if you hold them, okay? Now guys, also looking at this chart also made by Mr. Max, he's pointing these fractals, right? So that one is basically from 2017, right? We had the high and then we had this huge bear flag, which I see on this chart. I hope that you too, right? Then we had the fake out obviously, and then we had this rising wedge, I believe. And in here guys, we had the very similar situation as in here, right? We had a high, then we had this price action is very similar, and at the moment this is what potentially can happen, okay? And let's say in February we can actually grind towards the upside, and according to this chart maybe March will be the proper breakout for BTC. Nonetheless guys, I still do believe that we are going to see the greenery, okay? So now guys, when we have this outlook, which I hope it helps for you to kind of calm down and don't shake your pants, now we can actually have a look at Kaspa short term and check what is going on with our beloved Kaspa, shall we? So guys, Kaspa have dipped below these levels of liquidity that I was mentioning about, and at the moment our beloved Kaspa is trading at 12 cents zero. Stochastic RSI is telling us that we actually saw the bottom, okay, but of course that could be a fake out, right? That doesn't, of course, tells us the full picture, okay? Now we do have something that actually tells me that potentially could be a bearish retest, right? And why? Well, because we can see that we have a lot of selling pressure by looking at this yellow candle, which in your particular scenario could be green, okay? So that could be a bearish retest, and then we will have to look for the potential level of liquidity into which Kaspa can dip, right? Looking at the daily guys, as I'm saying, right, MACD is actually flipping bearish into bearish momentum, and stochastic RSI on a daily for our beloved Kaspa is also showing that we could see a little bit of a further downside. So in this case guys, of course we are going to look at the liquidity levels, but before that make sure that you check out Tangem wallet if you still don't have it, because it's definitely a much better way to store your Kaspa outside of exchanges on which anything might happen, and most importantly not only Kaspa, because Tangem supports many different crypto projects, okay? And with my discount code you can get minus 10% off. They got plenty of different limited editions, so on and so forth, but of course guys, do your own research and purchase only if you think it's going to be a valuable thing in your crypto journey. Okay, now guys, let's come back to these liquidity levels. First of all, for BTC, and of course after that we are going to look at Kaspa. Okay, so one nice thing is that from the standpoint of leverage, at least, is that everybody is shorting BTC, but the thing is that BTC already dipped. Okay, so this is at least outlook on a daily, and now let's actually have a look at 7 daily. Okay, so 7 daily, everybody is shorting BTC. That's something that I want to see, because, well, from the standpoint of anticipating a long, we could expect, or at least have this confidence, that BTC might gonna jump towards the upside, because we've got 8.52 to be exact billion worth of shorts versus nobody's longing, right? We got 1.46 billion. Okay, so now guys, let's have a look at heat map for BTC. That's Binance. Okay, that's Binance daily. Of course, we could have a little bit of a more downside. Okay, 98, then we've got another levels at 97, and yes, we could see further flashy short time frame. But if I'm going to actually put a weekly time frame, weekly heat map over here, you could clearly see what's happening, right? All of the liquidity in here was flashed, and also guys, that is kind of logical to me that before the major rally, the huge continuation for BTC, it definitely would be worth to actually flash all of these longs, right? And basically push the price of BTC towards the downside and then go towards the upside. I hope that makes sense, right? Because I do believe that, you know, people are manipulating this market. Of course, everybody can have different opinions. Nonetheless, guys, we do have liquidity above the current trading price, and that's at $107,000. So BTC is definitely definitely, at least my opinion, based on the liquidity heat map, that BTC is going to go there. But anyways, guys, enough of me talking about BTC. Of course, we had to cover, but now our beloved Kaspa. So let's have a look at Binance perpetual daily. Okay, so now people are actually shorting. Okay, we still have lots of longs for Kaspa, in fact. However, we have more longs. Okay, and now let's have a look at Kaspa on 7 daily outlook on more exchanges. Oh my goodness, apologies for that. KAS, okay, Kaspa. So on 7 daily, on Binance, at least, Binance and here Bybit, right? Everybody is shorting, okay, which gives us definitely much more fuel for Kaspa to go higher. So let's actually have a look now. Firstly, we'll have a look at 24-hourly outlook for our beloved Kaspa, and then we are going to come back to weekly. So 24-hourly outlook, guys. I do believe that Kaspa can still see a little bit of a downside, and that's 11 cents 6 to be exact. And of course, we could have a grab at 11 cents 4, because why not, right? And then gear towards the upside, right? Now, let's have a look at weekly time frame, and weekly time frame is showing us that the liquidity is piling at levels of 13 cents 8. Okay, so in my opinion, market is going to reverse towards the upside. Of course, the liquidity will have to be grabbed, right, from the downside, whatever has left for BTC and Kaspa, and of course different projects, right? Nonetheless, I do believe that money to supply, which I was mentioning about before, is going to go towards the upside, and of course, well, our beloved crypto in general, not only Kaspa, is going to follow. Okay, but now guys, to conclude short time frame for Kaspa, I do believe that Kaspa is going to at least grab liquidity at levels of 11 cents 6. So let's come back, ladies and gents, and let's put horizontal line at 11 cents 6 to be exact. Okay, it's a little bit lower than here, 11 cents 6. There you go. So roughly here, I do believe that Kaspa is going to dip into these levels, and that also is, you know, showing us many confirmations in terms of support in these levels. Okay, so quick towards the downside. Well, I don't see why that wouldn't happen. Okay, and if that is going to happen, well, that is going to be another, well, let's say 2-3% towards the downside from where we are at the moment. Of course, it's nothing, but if you are scalping, I'm pretty sure that that could be something. So check out my links in the description of this video for BitUnex if you don't have an account, or Bybit. Now guys, let's have a look at a couple of different things. Okay, and that's actually something that I have forgot to mention about, and these are ETFs. Okay, we have positivity if it comes to ETFs from the previous week, 24th, 23rd. We still have to wait for today. That's going to be updated tomorrow, so I'm going to let you know tomorrow. Nonetheless, we do have positive inflows. Okay, let's see how today is going to play out. Let's see if these guys are actually selling for this AI whatever app from China. But if it comes to Ethereum, guys, we have positivity as of 24th of January. I believe that was Friday, right? So guys, things are doing well, I believe, but obviously we could consider this as some kind of a black swan event, whatever. Anyways, if it comes to fear and greed, we are sitting at number 55 according to CoinMarketCap at least, and well, according to CoinGlass, we are sitting at number 71. I personally don't know what I should trust, to being honest with you, but probably this, because this website obviously holds a lot of data if it comes to liquidity levels, heat maps, RSIs, and everything, right? So we are still in greedy market. However, it actually feels like this, okay? Well, you decide, let me know. In my opinion, it feels neutral. Now, ladies and gents, let's actually have a look at a couple of different charts that I believe are also crucial to look at, okay? So USDT dominance, this is something that obviously we don't want to see on a daily. I am very unhappy to actually deliver these news that USDT dominance is pumping, okay? But even if it's going to pump a little bit further, stochastic RSI is actually showing us that we could, well, exhaust the momentum. Nonetheless, we still have some fuel to go. Concerning thing, at least from the MACD point of view, is that we are flipping bullish in here. Now let's actually have a look at the weekly time frame, guys. Weekly time frame, well, let's say we are in the middle, and it would be very scary actually if that thing would flip bullish, okay? That means that probably we are going to see the further downside for crypto, which actually doesn't really make sense that much, but obviously these are technicals, guys, right? One good thing on a weekly at least is that we are getting rejected from this very important support line in here, okay? And let's see how this week is actually going to close. And now, guys, BTC's dominance, right? Because BTC's dominance is pumping at the moment, okay? But obviously that could be considered as a bearish retest, okay? Because we have fall below this overall model of rising wedge, which is a bullish pattern, I do remind to everybody. And we are going to see, hopefully, soon if this is going to get rejected, okay? Nonetheless, at some point this has to go down, okay? Because we never experienced lack of altcoin season in previous rounds, okay? Obviously this season, this cycle is a little bit different due to the fact of like national reserve stockpile and everything. And by the way, Trump actually signed this executive order regarding a Bitcoin reserve and also another crypto projects, guys. All right, so I do believe that patience is required. I know how it sounds, okay? This is something that I'm telling to myself. I'm already kind of calculating of what I'm going to purchase, but for now I guess we have to look at the charts and basically, well, be very realistic, which I hope I am on this channel. And if I am, make sure that you hit the like. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, peace and love, crypto.